Hello guys, welcome back to the new videos of Coding Pi. This is project 4 out of 50 plus AI project. In this video I am going to explain you that how you can build AI powered sentiment analysis web application with the usage of Gradio and Hugging Face transformer in Python. So without wasting time, let's get started. So at first open your Google Colab, then install all the necessary libraries which include Gradio and transformer. In my case it is already installed, so it says requirement already satisfied. Now here you can see that I have successfully installed all the requirement file. Now next what you need to do, just import Gradio as GR for creating user interface, and from transformer import pipeline for loading the pre-trained model for sentiment analysis. Now in next step we have to load the sentiment analysis model. For that I used to define a variable called classifier. Then with the usage of pipeline I used to import sentiment analysis pre-trained model from Hugging Face, and this is up to 200 MBs of file. Quickly move on to the fourth step. In this step I used to define a classification function named as classify_sentiment, which requires one parameter, that is text. Next I used to pass text to the classifier with index 0, then save it to the result variable, and from result I used to extract label and then store it to the label variable. Next, with the usage of conditional statement, used to state that if label is positive then sentiment must be positive, if label is negative then sentiment must be negative, otherwise it is neutral. Now finally I used to return the sentiment. Now I used to quickly run the code and move on to the next step. This is last step because in this step I used to create interface using Gradio. Finally here you can see I used to define a variable called interface, and with the usage of Gradio I called the interface class, and inside that I used to pass classify_sentiment function and store it to the fn variable. Then I used to define a variable called input. Then I used to create a text box with the usage of gr.textbox with 3 lines. Then I also define a variable called placeholder and labels, and then I also said that interactive must be true. Next I used to define output, and similarly with the usage of gr.textbox I used to create a text box, but this time it is not an interactive. Finally I used to define labels, title, description and so on. And with the usage of interface.launch function I used to launch the interface by running the code together. Finally I got the public URL. After clicking on it I will redirect to my user interface. And finally here you can see the interface, which consists 2 boxes. The first box is input box, second one is sentiment result box. And finally here you can see whatever I write inside the text boxes as input, then it will reflect as positive or negative based on my sentence. So that's all for this video. I hope this video is informative. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe.